So after a great year riding my Sur-Ron Ultra Bee and putting it away for the winter, I was excited for all the snow to melt and in the springtime turning into electric moto time. But when I went to take my first ride on my Sur-Ron Ultra Bee this spring, I got nothing. There was no juice in the battery, no lights on the dash, no sounds when I turned the key, no indication of any charge at all in the battery. So I connected the charger to charge the battery up for my ride and got the dreaded red and green flashing lights, meaning there's a fault or low voltage or something bad, and tried various methods that I found on the internet that indicated I could maybe fix the charging fault by plugging and unplugging the charger quickly a couple times and tricking it into charging, but it just wouldn't go. So I found some other resources on the internet that talked about direct charging the battery from various aftermarket 60 volt slow chargers and trickle chargers, but I also have a 3 amp variable 120 volt benchtop power supply, and I decided that that should suffice to be able to slow charge from low voltage back up to the 72 volts that this thing should have. And it seemed pretty easy, assuming you know your way around electronics and electronic safety and have some mechanical skills, so I decided to dig in. So you can see from my initial test with the multimeter that I only had about 35 volts. So I'm following others' leads to take the battery apart. I first wanted to make sure that I was doing things right, testing the voltage on the power output terminals here at the top. And you can see still that 35 volts, but I can also label those terminals for later use. So I'm going to mark it plus here and minus on the other side, which should be handy. And then I'm going to take the lid off the battery, starting with Torx or StarDrive T15 bolts that are around the rim. There's 12 of them. And once I get that all removed, I can carefully take the lid off, or at least pull it back since it's still all wired in. And here I'm looking for the B- terminal, which is very well labeled here on the left side. That's my terminal of choice to use here. So I'm going to use the plus side with the regular power output side of the battery, and I'm going to use the minus side here inside the battery case. And just to make sure that I've got everything, or I will have everything wired up correctly, I'm just going to use my voltmeter again with this alligator clip here on the plus side to hold that on, and just touching the minus side here, or the B minus here inside the case. And again, you can see, well, now I've jumped to 38 volts, so I guess some voltage loss there, but very clearly I've got the right terminals that I'm going to be using for this trial. So I've got my power supply here. I'm going to set it to 58.8 volts. It's got 0 amps right now. I'm actually going to turn down, start nice and low at 2 amps. I'm actually going to turn it off while I'm hooking it up so that I can hook it up slowly. This alligator clip, positive terminal like we established already. We know that's positive. Red is positive because we drew on it. And then negative terminal goes inside here. Grab it there. A little residual charge caused that spark. That was exciting. Doesn't look like it's touching anything, so you can see it warming up 2 amps and warming up to the voltage that we want. So now we wait for a couple hours while it does its thing. But it's good, we can see that it is putting a full 2 amps on there at 55 volts and ramping up. So continuing to charge, and hopefully in doing so, we'll wake up the BMS and get this thing to charge. Let's give it a couple hours. Okay, so it's been a couple hours. Everything is going. We're up at now 66.38 volts. So what I'm going to try and do is I got my charger here, and I'm going to plug it in. Oh wait, first I'm going to turn this guy off so I'm not fighting it. I'm going to leave everything plugged into it though, so that it doesn't work. I can go back to it. So there's that. That's still there, but this shouldn't matter because it's off. And over here on the charger, plug it in. Right direction, maybe. So there we go. And we got green light. Green light is flashing, meaning charging. That is what it was not doing. So I think this is success. I think this means if we just let this go for a little bit, it will charge it up. So I'm gonna leave it like it is for a little bit and see if we can get this to go. Okay, so we've gotten the battery all buttoned back up again, all the screws back in, And I don't have it fully charged. I just wanted to, before I put it on the charger for long term, I wanted to make sure that everything was good. So I'm gonna put it in the bike. Let's try it. So batteries installed back on the bike. It's showing 2 bars. The bike itself showing 97%. Clearly we've got some imbalance in the cells probably causing that. It'll probably drop rapidly. But good news, the bike is turning back on again like it never did before. So I'd say that is a success. Back in action. Been riding around for a few miles, but 84%, 82%, and just cruising right along. And that's how I repaired and reconditioned my battery for the Sur-Ron Ultra Bee. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more content just like this, please subscribe. And thank you for watching Points Unknown TV. I'll see you on down the trail.